I am fabulous. Thank you so much for reaching out and asking me for yet another poem for your Glory Future Foundation.
Thank you so much, and thank you for your support. And I'm so glad to see you after a long time. And I hope that you know that poetry is very important, and it's needed to be practiced among children, because I'm just trying to inspire students here in Bangladesh, because you know that lots of students of mine, they're getting interested in just reciting poems and writing poems, and I'm just trying to inspire them so that they can listen to some of the musics and poetry, and it's very important. So you know that poetry purifies our minds. Whenever students just reads poems, probably he is refreshing his mind. So it's very important. And thank you, there, Cynthia, for your great contribution for the children of Glory Future Foundation.
My pleasure. But you set yourself up for this. This was going to come at the end because when we met, I lived in Nashville and I was active as a poet. And these days, I still write poetry, but it really is prayer. And so
Yeah.
I don't identify. And you're teaching poetry and the love of that for the mind, and I'm teaching gratitude through coloring and journaling. And you said something about poetry to purify the mind. And so you walked right into this illustration that I have of coming from a next coloring book that I'll be releasing. I don't know when, maybe next year, but it's I welcome the light of grace to purify my soul. And I'm having so much fun with these.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's not what you asked for, but you walked into it. Um, thank you. So you asked for a poem, and my poem, I had originally written a version of it for somebody else's program, the weekend show of Nigeria's audience, but due to technical difficulties and whatever, that hasn't happened. And so when you called, I said, well, I'll take the basis of that. And yeah, so the title is I Live in Gratitude, because I do live in gratitude all the time. I live in gratitude all day, every day. I live in gratitude and acceptance, reaching within to find that divine connection, that great source of love and harmony seated deep within each cell of my body. I live in gratitude as I reach to connect with that God particle in every being on this earth. I live in gratitude for the knowingness of that space inside, expressing thanks every moment of every day for all the gifts and miracles the universe sees fit to bestow upon me. I live in gratitude for I know that the universe, my creator, Allah, Yahweh, Jehovah, Goddess, God, by whatever names I wish to use, has only my highest and best good in mind, in accordance with the divine plan. I live in gratitude with the prayer that I may be of service each day, fulfilling my role within the divine plan. Hello, Trey Epic Garner. Hey, Black Rose. I live in gratitude for the realization that all along the universe has been encouraging humans to close the gap between ourselves and the Creator. I live in gratitude for the understanding that my pain was self inflicted, releasing me now to experience true joy by living in the light of truth. I live in gratitude for the ability to become a light for humankind, knowing those who are sincere in the eyes of our Creator seek light through me. I live in gratitude for the knowledge that by devotedly striving to spread true light, I am serving my Creator as best as I can. I live in gratitude for the knowledge that the disruptions of life, those major events such as financial cleansings, illnesses, even disasters, happen as part of divine will. I live in gratitude for the understanding that my grateful and humble acceptance of these divine arrangements in my life, my being thankful with every breath I breathe, allows me to erase karmic debt and stains upon my spiritual soul. Further, I live in gratitude knowing that through my grateful acceptance of and gratitude for the cleansing of life, the surprises delivered that may well interrupt any plans I have made, this helps erase karmic debts incurred by my ancestors. I live in gratitude for the knowledge that by this process, this cleansing and polishing, my soul becomes radiant anew. I live in gratitude for the joy within each soul whom I encounter each day. For even when we're polishing each other, when we're bumping up against each other, we have the power to shed light upon other souls. I live in gratitude for the ability to be still, listen to the messages from my guides, many of whom surround me every moment of every day. I live in gratitude for the spirit guardians who surrounded me last week as I traveled home in a damaged vehicle. I am grateful for the many divine arrangements they made on my behalf, including placing a ride in the right place at the right time so that I could arrive home. I live in gratitude for my spirit guardians working overtime on my behalf. I live in gratitude for my vehicle, Sparkling Blue, who arrived home repaired 6 days after I did. I live in gratitude for the mechanic's words about how lucky I was to have not blown the engine. I told him I am surrounded by angels all the time. I live in gratitude with the understanding that divine arrangements are being made on my behalf all the time. I live in gratitude for the autumn season here in the United States, where the colors are glorious. And now, with the seasonal thinning of the veil between worlds, the voices of my spirit guides are stronger, bidding me to shed light, spread love, world harmony. I live in gratitude for access to the teachings that will assist all religions to return to their common origin. I live in gratitude for this dawning of a God centered civilization, a harmonious civilization where people lift one another up, joyously serving one another with a smile. I live in gratitude for holding this vision as real, for the divine plan is unfolding and heaven on earth is just around the corner for so many. I live in gratitude knowing this is true, for I am living it already. I live in gratitude for the multitude of blessings, miracles, and divine arrangements I witness and experience each day by following this path of light. I live in gratitude for the ability to share many of these lessons and stories on multiple platforms, places people can connect around the world at a touch of a button. I live in gratitude for all the material blessings available in the 21st century, gifts that even kings and queens didn't have 100 years ago. I live in gratitude knowing that people cross my path for a reason. I live in gratitude knowing that many come seeking gifts, but often not knowing what those gifts might be. I live in gratitude knowing that my first gift always is gratitude. Gratitude for the connection, gratitude for the opportunity to spread my message of love and light, gratitude for the opportunity to discover just how I can help another. I live in gratitude for the opportunity to share the lessons of gratitude, teaching its powers to others. I live in gratitude for the knowledge deep within that whenever I connect to the divine through my fervent prayers of gratitude, I will soon receive more blessings and be singing more prayers of gratitude. I live in gratitude knowing that every word I speak and every thought I think are prayers from the spark within my brain to the Creator's receptive ears. I live in gratitude knowing that what I pray becomes manifest. As such, I use care to employ thoughts and words of love and gratitude, avoiding criticisms and seeking the God within others, even those whose words or deeds offend or upset me. I live in gratitude for having learned these things, such that I now share on various platforms, teaching gratitude with coloring book gratitude journals, teaching gratitude by simply being, by sharing my thanks in journals, on videos, in cards, letters, phone calls, and more. I live in gratitude for the power of gratitude, humility, and acceptance. For with this trilogy in my toolbox and my awareness of all of the efforts being made on my behalf in realms into which I cannot yet see, my life has morphed into heaven on earth now every day, despite any aches, pains, or declining abilities associated with age. I have assistance here. That was Hilda. Despite any financial cleansings, like the broken down car that came in at 1/20th of what it could have been. Because while, yes, the car broke down, the repair bill could have been 20 times what it was, yet surrounded by angels and spirit guardians, enveloped in their love, I am protected. I live in gratitude for the wise words of my mother. I'm wrapping up here. She told me there is a providence who watches over fools, drunks, and missionaries' children. And because, as the grandchild of missionaries and now as an adult who can drink alcohol, I truly believe I am covered on at least two, if not all, three counts. I live in gratitude for that reassurance deep in my bones, knowing that I am always safe, protected, and loved. I live in gratitude, knowing whomever listens to these words is similarly protected. Know that you are in the right place at the right time, all the time. Come famine, fire, or flood, as you've just had in Bangladesh, you are where the Creator put you. Live up to their expectations, love one another, and be grateful every moment of every day. Join me and live in the vibration of gratitude and love. Thank you for listening. My name is Cynthia Lees. I represent the Glory Future Foundation from a mountaintop in southeastern Kentucky in the United States of America.
Wow.
Hello.
Thank you, dear. Thank you, Cynthia. Absolutely beautiful. I love it. Yeah. And
Yeah.
I'm going
Thank
to
you.
show all the children of Glory Future Foundation. I think, yeah, I just
Yeah.
didn't translate it. Thank you so much.
Let me show you one more thing. I had several paintings from one of the coloring books that I released recently, but let me just share one of them because I think you know the Black Widow poet from Nashville. Is she on your Is she
Yeah.
a yeah, okay. This was something I had painted for her because this is in Black Widow colors. But this is a gratitude kanji from a coloring book
Oh,
that has,
wow.
yeah.
So beautiful. So beautiful.
Yeah, so thank you for this opportunity. I ask you to come back once this uploads, put your contact stuff in the comments, and I'll eventually get it into the description too so people can support you and the Glory Future Foundation. Feel free to put in your
Beautiful.
messaging. Thank you.
Thank you, dear. Thank you.
Great. We love you. Good night.
Love you.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.